The one thing I also want to talk about is how we were just using oscillator 2 as a polymod source. We can also use the filter envelope to affect things like oscillator 1. These are still in tune? No, they're not. Oh, let's get the filter someplace responsible. Okay, so we can use the filter envelope and direct it to the frequency of oscillator 1. So you have this polyphonic modulation that is now taking the filter envelope and controlling the pitch of oscillator 1. And if you wanted to do something fun, for example, here's a use you could use it for. There we just have, so all of the frequencies associated with oscillator 1 go up in this little cute swell and then come right back to where they're supposed to be. It's beautiful, it's functional, and it's fun. And that's just one thing. We can also use it to control the very continuously variable wave shape of oscillator 1. So now you have the ability to shape your timbral, your wave shape, to affect timbre by shaping the change of your wave shape over time using the filter envelope. And you can hear with each articulated note, each note gets that envelope. So it is truly polyphonic. That's what's so freaking weird about this. It's so awesome. It's articulated modulation. And this is very uncommon, especially in vintage synthesizers. Obviously, it only happened once. But it's really, really functionally fascinating. We can do it with pulse width. Let's turn it down a little bit. So you get the chorusing effect because if you do things at different times, the individual envelopes associated with those individual articulated notes are occurring at different times. So in this case, you're getting different harmonic combinations changing over time to make really neat effects. And then we can use it again on the filter. Let's put it on the low pass. We've already got, in this case, we have the filter envelope. We'll turn off the filter envelope for right now so we can hear the polymod envelope. Let's turn it way up. Okay, that's just the filter envelope controlling the filter, but through the polymod section. We can also have the envelope amount hitting at the same time. So we have, for example, the ability to rein in what's happening with the filter envelope through the polymod section by adjusting the envelope amount. Which makes a beautifully rich sound. And of course, that's just the low pass. We could also direct it to the high pass. If we get the high pass going here. and both at the same time, which gives us some band pass effects. So that gives us an envelope relationship that is way, way different than one filter envelope controlling both the high pass and low pass, or even each of the high pass and low pass being affected differently by the filter envelope. Having the opportunity to have a positive and negative filter envelope polymod section controlling the high pass and low pass filter at the same time as making different adjustments from the filter envelope itself can create some really just meticulous sounds that are different and beautiful. And this also could be affecting like the shape of oscillator 1. And a pulse with modulation. It's a beautiful sound. And we can also bring in oscillator 2 modulation if we wanted to, but this is probably going to go someplace not pretty. We'll see. Let's see. Oh, man, was I ever wrong. That is not the sound of a boring analog polysynth. That's not even the sound of a lot of really high-end, great vintage polysynths. That's a sound that goes beyond all of that in its complexity and beauty. I'm just amazed. You don't get that sort of thing when you're a person demanding an analog polysynth. Wow. I'd just like to take a moment to say, we are lucky. We are lucky. Okay. I'm enthusing too much. Someone's going to accuse me of being an idiot more often than usual. Okay. It's hard to go away from the sound. I don't have to. The Polymod section is incredible. And it's sort of like the shining jewel of the Prophet 5, Prophet 6 concept. For reasons that I demonstrated and many more reasons that I don't have time or the possibility to completely demonstrate. So just that combination with all of the other possibilities, that on its own is worth its weight in gold. And then in combination with all the other things that Dave Smith as a company have put into this, yeah. So you will never be bored. You will never say, I'm just using this for analog sounds. No, you have the ability to use this as an incredible synthesis tool and create really fascinating, complex timbres.